poetry. Cydney Gillis, curator of Pause for Poetry.
This is going to be, that's pretty good. This is going to be a little bit of a rant tonight. You all will recognize the topic as I get into it. This is, are you going again? Anyways, it's called A Light in the Corner. And I wrote this piece, Cydney Gillis. Cydney Gillis. Yeah. All right. Oh, I wouldn't clap yet. It's just kind of a rant. It started with 4 little baskets I bought one night at a store. They were rectangular baskets of black woven nylon. I put some books in them that were piled on a table in my bedroom and began to marvel at the space I had cleared for myself. I wanted to clear more. I started looking in stores and shopping online for a tall, narrow bookcase to put in a dark nook in my living room. I would put light on the bookcase and reclaim the darkness. I've gone without sleep now for weeks. I've been flipping through page after page of bookcases and shelves, night after night, for hours on end, until my eyes are crisp, until I can no longer see the images or hold my phone. I discover a different type of shelving and I start all over. Baker's racks, who knew? But I cannot make a decision. Nothing is quite right. I can be obsessive, but this is off the charts. Am I alone? Am I the only one suddenly who finds herself clawing for space? The world is upside down. The men in $1,000 suits we once jeered at are now completely in charge. They've left no room in their world for little people like me who pipe up. They just hope we all die off soon so the huddled masses will carry on in utter silence, toiling for no particular gain than survival on the margins of the moneyed classes. We knew this was coming. It's been coming since Reagan raised his flabby fist to vanquish the commies, and the news became obsessed with making money, with men in suits making lots of money that bought them names and drugs and wheels and women. The look today in the highest of tech is soft sweaters over tees, but these men own us now. Our hobbies, our habits, our fetishes. They harvest data that is weaponized to sell us more shit or throw an election. We haven't been sold down the river. We're drowning and pretend not to see. We pretend the democracy we have known, however shallow it really was, isn't washing out from under us. Yesterday, one of the president's men stood on the floor of the United States Senate and said with a straight face that abuse of power is not an impeachable offense. What country do these men come from? Abuse of power is why the people of this nation gave the finger to the king. It's why we have 3 branches of government. Each keeps the others in check for a specific purpose: to prevent the abuse of power. To prevent some bankrupt gambler like Donald Trump from using the power of the resources we pay for to game the system so he can rule absolutely, like a king. The argument that Donald Trump's interest is in our interest is ludicrous. Worse, it is the abuser grooming his victims. It is the end of even the pretense that our republic is a representative democracy. The curtain is up. The fig leaf is off. The president's men are arguing that whatever the president says goes. This is the very scourge our system was designed to stop, and it's not working. When the Senate acquits Donald Trump, we will quietly slide into the rule of one. This is the real frenzy. I've been avoiding it by digging my own personal escape hatch in the only place I have any control, my home. I just want a little place in a little corner where I can see my books and my grandmother's painting of a luscious red rose, a place where I can imagine a brighter future that I'm afraid will not come, some semblance of democracy that may not return. In all my shopping, I at last discover a marvel of merchandise I hadn't seen before. It's a 6-foot-tall, slender box lamp with its own shelves. It is very elegant. In the short term, it is going to solve my problem. I'm going to put art and light in that dark corner and pray, yes, pray, that together we can make Donald Trump go away.
Thank you, Sid. Thank you. Cydney Gillis, everyone.
Thank you for listening.